This video is an overview of the actions required by the initial engine company to connect to a standpipe in a building. Please note, there is more than one way to complete that task. This is just one method.
The crew will exit and retrieve their hose bundles, set of irons and high-rise bag, then proceed to the building to check the panel and proceed to the alarmed area. Once the appropriate standpipe is located, the crew will leave the high-rise bag near the floor below standpipe, and the officer will proceed to the fire floor to determine if the hallway is tenable or untenable. The two firefighters will then enter the floor below the hallway to connect and flake their hose. This is done to ease hose deployment and allow the stairwell to be clear for occupant evacuation. The nozzle firefighter will grab the nozzle and 50-foot coupling and walk down the hallway. This will form a bite at the 25 mark. The nozzle firefighter will place the nozzle and 50-foot coupling in one hand and the 25 bite in the other. This allows 12.5 foot of hose to help manage corners while deploying the hose to the fire floor. The standpipe firefighter will attach a spring clamp to the hinge side of the floor below room. The standpipe firefighter should identify the standpipe type by looking for threads. In this case, threads are present, which identifies a standard standpipe valve. Then, the hydrant gate will be attached. Always confirm it is in the closed position. The next step is to open fully the standpipe valve. This takes roughly 12 full turns. The firefighter will proceed to flushing the standpipe. Please note the water will likely be dark in color due to being stagnant for long periods of time. We are looking for presence of pressurized water. While the standpipe firefighter completes his setup, the nozzle firefighter makes his way to the fire floor. He may request assistance to manage the initial pinch point, as seen here. The nozzle firefighter will evaluate the situation. The fire is located on the top floor of the building with scissor stairs. Due to the top floor fire and lack of additional stair riser to stage hose above as a gravity feed, the firefighter will leave his 25-foot bite in the floor below stairwell and only bring the nozzle and coupling up to the fire floor landing. The standpipe firefighter will continue the setup by attaching the gauge and elbow with bleeder. Next, he will flake the extra hose in the hallway of the floor below. This can be done by forming one giant hose bite down the hallway. This helps minimize kinks. Once the hose is flaked, the final hose connections need to be made. The hose needs to be connected to the standpipe elbow, while ensuring the bleeder is closed. And the 100-foot couplings need to be attached. The nozzle firefighters receive more information from the captain after their recon. Is the hallway tenable? Meaning we can flake the hose dry down to the fire unit door. Or is the hallway untenable? Meaning we need to charge the line in the stairwell prior to making a push. In this case, the hallway is tenable. Once the officer and nozzle firefighter have reached the fire unit door, they will clean the hose and make sure they have the nozzle and 50-foot coupling at the unit door. Once they are ready for water, they call for water using voice, visual, or radio communication. The standpipe firefighter will charge the hose, making note of static pressure. In this case, 155 psi. Once the nozzle starts flowing, the pressure will drop, in this case, down to 125 psi. The firefighter will then adjust the hydrant gate valve until the pressure reaches the adequate psi. In this case, 90 psi. This must happen while the nozzle is fully open. Once the pressure is reached, the word pressure will be communicated to the nozzle firefighter, indicating they can now stop flowing water. Prior to making entry into the fire unit, the crew will place a rope or webbing around the door handle. This is a safety feature in case of a wind-driven fire event. It allows us to keep control of the door and close it remotely if we are overcome by a wind-driven fire during the initial door opening. The door will be opened slowly while being controlled with the webbing. If required, based on conditions, water can be flowed at this time. The last step is to open the door and go attack the fire. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.